Hello, ladies and gentlemen, a very big welcome to you, and I hope you're having a fantastic day today. And we are going to start our playthrough of King's Quest VI, Heir Today Gone Tomorrow. When this game came out in 1992, in its first week, it sold 400,000 copies, which back then was pretty wild. So, we're going to look at the opening so that we can get a background on what's going to happen. Long ago in the Castle Kingdom. The castle of a kingdom called Daventry. Gotta love those graphics from back in the
Alexander,
90s.
here you are. Oh, you're still not thinking about Cassima, are you?
I suppose I am.
Son, it's been months. You've got to pull yourself together. After all, you only met her that once.
I know.
Have you discovered anything about the land of the Green Isles?
No. No one's even heard of it. It's like she's just vanished.
I wish I could help. Please try to think about something else, dear.
I'll try, Mother.
She's got a hell of a booty on her. Despite his family's concern, Alexander remains tormented by thoughts of Cassima. So Cassima was the princess that we helped in King's Quest V. She helped us get out of the dungeon, and she helped us get through, and everything like that. So, he's sad. Mirror, mirror on the wall, where is my girlfriend after all? So he's love struck after meeting her once. I mean, it must have been a love at first sight thing.
Alexander, I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. Alexander, I wish you were here.
Cassima! Wait! Mother! Mother, come quick!
Alexander, what on earth? You're white as a ghost.
Mother, I saw Cassima. She was in the mirror.
In the mirror? The magic mirror?
Yes! And it showed me how to find her.
How?
The stars! I saw the stars outside her window. I can navigate by the stars.
Oh, Alexander, if you really go...
It will be all right, Mother. I promise.
I mean, for the 90s, this was actually pretty fancy graphics. So, but we're off on our sail as Prince Alexander to try to rescue Kashima so that we can make her our wifey. Is basically the premise of the start of this game. Yeah. According to a lot of people, this is the best King's Quest game. Personally, I still prefer King's Quest 3. But, as I said, they sold 400,000 copies in the first week, which was absolutely wild back then. I don't even know. I wonder how much it cost back then for it. Let me look. King's Quest 6 RG original price. So this had a budget of $1 million. Apparently you buy this new for
Land ho!
$29.99.
Land ho! Land ho!
Well, apparently there is one on eBay for $130.32. Damn. People love this game. Damn. Here we go. So it held the #1 position for a DOS game in December of 1992. I can't find the original price for it, but back then you were looking at like 40-50 bucks or so a game for the big ones. So you're looking at a pretty spicy deal there. Pretty spicy amount of money. But anyway, so as you've seen, we once again had a shipwreck because apparently these kings are just not very good at sailing. So now let's get into the game. First of all, we got a sparkle.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach. The remains of Alexander's sailing ship lie dashed upon the distant shore. Broken pieces of Alexander's ship litter the beach.
Okay.
Alexander has no use for the ship debris. The sand is warm. Alexander pushes the plank to one side. A box has been partially buried under sand.
So much like all the other Sierra games, it's pretty linear. I mean, these are basically visual
Alexander
novels.
takes the coin and leaves the ruined box where it is.
So we're gonna start walking around the island here. And we found a castle. So we're going to go see the castle. We have dog guards.
Alexander politely addresses the odd-looking guards at the castle doors, hoping to learn more about his predicament.
Good day to you, guards. I was cast upon this island in a storm, and I'm a little confused about my location. Could you tell me what place this is and who lives in this castle?
Hey, what is that you say? A castaway? A likely story. We haven't had any foreigners in this part since Alhazred arrived.
Don't be so rude, Gruff. He's not asking for any secrets. You're standing on the Isle of the Crown, lad, and this is the Castle of the Crown. The royal family resides here. Rather, what's left of the royal family.
The Isle of the Crown. But tell me, am I anywhere near the land of the Green Isles?
This is the land of the Green Isles. The Isle of the Crown is the main island, foolish boy.
Then Princess Cassima must live in this very castle.
Aye, The princess is indeed our treasured jewel to guard, and we consider it an honor.
Okay, so we found our way to the Isle of the Green Isle. So now
Alexander
let's
decides
go
to
see if
show
we can
his
get in
royal
there and
insignia ring to the castle of the
meet
Crown
up with our
Guards.
princess.
With all of his papers lost in the shipwreck, it is the only possible calling card he can think of.
Good day. I'm Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm an acquaintance of Princess Cassima. If you could just inform her that I'm here, please.
So everyone says. Let me just look at that ring.
What does it say, Gruff?
Kingdom of Daventry, Prince Alexander. Wait here while I go see what Captain Saladin thinks of this.
The guard returns a moment later with a majestic-looking creature. Captain Saladin speaks with a voice that is gentle, but reflects a will of iron.
Prince Alexander of Daventry, I presume. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with your country, but I'm sure Vizier Al-Hazred will want to meet you, if indeed you are a friend of the princess. Please, follow me.
Why is it always viziers are bad in these games? Oh, they locked
Lord
us in.
Al-Hazred, a visitor to see you. Prince Alexander of Daventry.
What is it that you seek, Prince Alexander?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but I came to see Princess Cassima. Some months ago, my father, King Graham, saved my family and I from imprisonment under an evil wizard named Mordak.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
Exactly. When my father rescued us, he also liberated Cassima and sent her home.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your visit.
Well, I came to make sure that Cassima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, she gave me an invitation to visit.
I have no doubt she did exactly that at the time, Prince Alexander. However, things have greatly changed for Cassima since her ordeal in Mordak's castle. Cassima's parents both became ill and died while she was gone. Cassima is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess. She is not receiving visitors of any kind.
Ooh, he's
Even
dodgy.
if she were, I do not think your visit would be appropriate. You see, it is time for Cassima to take her responsibilities seriously. With her parents gone, she no longer has the luxury to be a carefree maiden. As was her parents' wish, Cassima and I are to be wed. We shall rule the kingdom together. I assure you, our marriage is all Cassima wants now. As a prince and a gentleman, it would be best that you leave before there is any further embarrassment.
I see. I suppose that I was mistaken. I thought for certain that Cassima... Well, I apologize.
A young man sees what he wishes to see. I'm sorry you've wasted your time traveling to the land of the Green Isles. May your journey home be swift.
Perhaps I will take the opportunity to look around your fair land while I'm here.
I would advise against that. The kingdom is rather, shall we say, inhospitable these days. But it is your neck. You may risk it if you please. Captain Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good day.
We're gonna beat him up. I know that.
You have had your hearing with Vizier Al-Hazred. I trust you will respect his wishes and not return. I have been instructed not to let you into the castle again. Good day, my lord.
What a
Captain
bunch
Saladin
of
whispers
jerks.
something to the guard dogs at the castle gate, and they nod with understanding. Alexander has a feeling they won't be letting him into the castle again.
Well, let's go and explore. So, we know that we're going to do something to that Vizier. And his little friend there was looking really sketchy as well. So, we'll take a look at him as well. But we do have a couple of things here we need to do. I keep trying to like go for a full hand.
Good day.
So this is the pawn shop.
Good day, merchant. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I can tell you she is in a dark time. Without the ferry, communication between the islands has ground to a halt, and so nearly has my business. Why the long ages of peace have ended, and why the crown has not done something about it is beyond me. But then, I am a shopkeeper, not a politician, and can only hope for better days.
Okay, so
The pawn shop's counter is made of a sturdy teak. The wood is well worn by eager hands and well oiled by the shop's faithful keeper.
do you want some money?
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency. The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Okay, so what do we have here?
I see you have noticed my mechanical nightingale. She is made of plain tin, but she sings the sweetest song you can imagine, barely distinguishable from the real thing. The flute is only made of plain wood, but its notes are fine and true. Ah, yes, the painter's brush. It was well used by one of the island's best painters. There's a lot of creativity in that brush, and its bristles are still in good condition. Have you an interest in tinder boxes? This one is only slightly battered. It holds a good supply of flint.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very well. Your coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
I'll remember. Thank you.
Alexander feels his pockets carefully to make sure.
That's not what I wanted.
Alexander takes a mint.
Okay, so we got the nightingale, we got the mint. And next, we'll go to Ali's books.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
There's a small table near the door that bears a sign. The sign has undergone a number of changes. It once read 10 pence, but that was crossed out and replaced with 5 pence, then 1 pence, then free. The sign currently reads, "Take one, please." Only one book remains.
Well, we'll take the book.
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really? Thanks.
Okay.
These shelves hold a collection of oddly titled guidebooks. Alexander notices such books as How to Become King with Little or No Rupees Down, Finding the Right Girl with the Right Dowry, and Why good princesses like bad wizards? Volumes of poetry are on display on this bookshelf.
That's the bookshelf I need.
Thinking of Cassima, Alexander decides to leaf through one of the volumes of love poetry. He reads, "Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast." Not bad. And another. "Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed, oh, that she were not there." Yikes. And another. "What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you? What nameless thing has captured me and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that e'er my soul eternal makes for you."
A little close to home, that one.
Alexander returns the love poem book to the shelf. Alexander picks up the fallen page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
I see that old volume has lost another page. You may keep it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place 2 times already.
I do rather like it. Thank you, merchant. Good day, sir. I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young man. Who are you, and what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands: the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
At least 3? Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it. Then, too, the land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand. Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant. for all your good advice.
Ah, but advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
Well, that was a little cryptic. On that
How
book.
much for that book on the counter, merchant?
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end, or so I heard. I never found the spells all that useful myself, but then I lead a boring life. I tell you what, if you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spell book for it.
Okay, so now we have to go find a book so that we can get the good book. But that is where we're going to leave this episode, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be back next weekend with some more Sierra Saturday. And I hope you're having a fantastic day if you're enjoying these.
Lamps for new. Old lamps for new.
Don't yell at me. If you are enjoying the King's Quest series, make sure you click the button, hit that subscribe button, and come on back, ladies and gentlemen.